What up, G-Life? It's your boy MC Shadow. Now, what I wanted to talk about, but before I do, make sure you guys like, make sure you guys are subscribed. I be dropping content daily. Make sure to comment, give your opinions on the comments. And check out the playlist where I have all my videos in different folders. Makes the video you're looking for a lot easier. Now, in my channel, am I no way promoting gang violence, nor am I glorifying it, despite what people say. You know what I mean? Because, I do get those that are like, no, you are glorifying it because you're saying that thing with the business and that. That's not glorifying. That's giving them respect. At the end of the day, they still earn their respect. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean you should be disrespectful to it, or just because you compliment something doesn't mean you're glorifying it. Because if that was the case, when they teach us about people like Hitler in school, because they said that he was had a high IQ, he was really good with they complimenting him. So what, are they glorifying him? No, they're not, right? They're just educating. So no, it's not glorifying it. I know what I'm doing here. You know what I'm saying? And glorifying is not what I'm doing. I'm simply speaking about the matter. What you're mad about is that you don't see that it's worthy of something that should be spoken about, which makes it even odd that you're on my channel to begin with, hearing this out. But anywho, because that doesn't make any sense. Like, just because you sweep all the dirt underneath the rug doesn't mean that the room is clean. You know what I'm saying? You have to address the issue. You can't just sweep it under the rug and just not speak about it and pretend that you fixed the problem. That's not how it works. You want to fix something, you talk about it, you address it. You don't just try to hide it. Because look, let me tell you something. People have said, why are you talking about this shit? Why are you blah, 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 blah. Gangs are stupid, blah, blah, blah. They say that they're a part of the problem. When have you ever seen a problem get fixed when you come disrespecting something or another side? You're disrespecting the other side or belittling them or trying to humiliate them. When have you ever seen that ever fixes a problem? When has a problem ever got fixed like that? You come right. Because if you don't come right, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna come right. That's why problems never get fixed. You get what I'm saying? You come respectfully, you get respect. You show respect, you get respect. That's how it works in this world. Despite of, why should I respect them? They're not worthy of my respect. That's what you mean by you doing that you're behaving. That's what you're saying. You can see why that behavior could be seen kind of like you're in the wrong here. You know what I mean? You got to come right to the table. That's why everything that people say and all the time, stay in school, you guys need to get a job, blah, blah, blah. These are comments people have been saying since the fucking 1800s, and gangs still exist. So obviously your fucking form of fixing the problem is not working. It hasn't been working. It has not been working for years. You get what I mean? Is nonsense. You just think that you're above other people without even knowing their scenarios or situations and shit like that. Get to understand some shit. Nah, it's not worth it. Why should I? That's why the problems never get fixed, because there's all these people think exactly like that. You know what I'm saying? And when you come this, hey, I don't know about you, but I don't know, not one person that's gonna let you come and disrespect them and then not do nothing about it, or at least express their opinion about it. Come on now, you know what I mean? Problems don't get fixed by you coming and name calling and blah blah blah. They never do. And that's the real talk. I'm not defending my side or justifying or nothing. I'm stating the facts. I always call it how it is. And I always say right here, you get nothing out of this life. It's pointless staying in school. I always do say that. But people don't like the fact that I also give respect where respect is due to the other side. No, you just want me to come and just be bashing the life completely. I'm not here to promote it, and I'm not here to fucking downplay it or belittle it. I'm here just to call it for what it is. That's it. Ain't glorifying it. Ain't talking shit. I'm just calling it for what it is, homie. Right down the middle. That's all I could be, is honest. But there's people that are just are full of nonsense. And then they wonder why the problems never get fixed. Well, like, look how you're behaving. You're a part of the problem. You just think you're a part of the solution. Anywho, that in itself is like a different video. But my channel stays pretty busy. When you're a YouTuber, you get the zap, right? And so you get, like, when people comment or whatever, you get like a kind of like a text message. You know what I mean? So it stays pretty busy throughout all hours. And I was working on a video about crews that became neighborhoods, right? And as I'm doing that, I get these messages and I'm reading them, and I think it's funny. Like, fuck taggers and blah blah blah. Okay. Now, people have to understand, like, roughly around the 90s, over here, tag banging was something that was, like, pretty big, pretty out of control, you know what I'm saying? And people don't understand how many people there is in Los Angeles. It's jam-packed full of people, you know what I mean? There's a shitload of people over here, you know what I mean? I ain't even exaggerating. There's that many people that live over here, especially because of low-income housing and, yada, yada, yada. So roughly around the 90s, a door had opened, for new clicas, so there was a lot of these tag bang, crews that were around that, were, have an opportunity to become neighborhoods, and they took them. That's why so many neighborhoods that used to be tagging crews are in pockets of LA County, or over here, Southern California. That's the reason for that. I'm not gonna go into the whole background of all of that and all of that, because I'm not allowed to speak on none of that. But just know that there are neighborhoods that used to be crews, and I'm not gonna go into the process of how that happens and none of that. But anywho, so they are neighborhoods. Now, when people say like, "F these taggers are weenies" and everything like that, like, because they're fucking taggers, like. Okay, like, homies tag though on walls. Like, what are you saying though? Like, homies tag on walls just like they do. So, like, I don't get it. Like, how's tagging bitch shit? You know what I mean? Like, everybody does it. Every neighborhood does it. You know what I mean? And just because they're tagging crews doesn't mean they can't own guns or they can't run and shoot you or none of that. I mean, they could do all of that just like a neighborhood could. As a matter of fact, if they're weenies or pussies, then why do homies want to get them into their hoods, or why do they want those crews to become a part of their hoods? Or if they ain't with the business, then and people can't even be mad that these crews go up against them, because understand this: when you try to punk somebody in, if that person's down for his shit, homie, and you try to punk him, he's not gonna let himself. So you can understand why some of these crews rebel and don't let themselves, because they're down for the shit, homie. Of course they're not gonna let themselves. If they with the business, they're not gonna let themselves. If you come right, then they would have came to your, they would have got into your neighborhood. But since you want to come and acting like you the big dog and try to punk these fools, if they're down for the shit, my boy, they ain't gonna let themselves get punked. So that's a horrible way of going about it. Damn it, I have to edit because I accidentally hit stop. Anyway, so yeah, they're not gonna let themselves, you know what I mean, when you try to like get them. A lot of homies don't use their heads. You know what I mean? But the reason, is because I am working on the video. It's going to be coming out later on today. And it's going to be done in 2 parts. No, probably 3, because there's that many. That way homies don't be like, hey, you forgot this set, you forgot that set. You know what I mean? And taggers are with the business, homie. You know what I mean? Just because they're from a tagging crew doesn't make them soft or weenies or bitches. I know it's this narrative that always gets pushed. And it never makes any sense, because they'll give credit to other neighborhoods that used to be tagging crews, like, oh, I know so and so, homie, is with it, whatever. But then when they beef it with this, they're like, oh, them fools are bitches because they were taggers. Like, but you just said that fool, they with it over there, and they used to be taggers. Like, it don't make sense. That's why I know that it's pride. You know what I mean? It's just homies just talking shit. I never like when homies make up stories, though. You know what I mean? Like, just say fuck them. Like, why you gotta be making up all this stuff? Because then when it doesn't make any sense when you really look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why a lot of people use that narrative and they push it, and it's like, nah, don't listen for this. That shit doesn't make any sense, homie. If you don't like them, just say fuck them. Don't be a liar either, and then say that you real. If you lie, you can't be real. Just call it for what it is. Fuck them, and that's it. You don't gotta do all that extra. I'm just saying, but that video will be dropping later on today, and stay tuned. And shout out, we out.